What's up? Yours truly, Michael Ferrera, back with another Style Your Life. And in this episode, it will be a little awkward, a little weird, but very necessary. We will be comparing the Manscaped 3.0 Lawnmower versus the Brio Beardscape Man-Sculpting tool. So with that in mind, let's get into both these items and I'll tell you which one I love and which one is kind of a hate and which one you should buy. Why and why not? Let's get into it right now. So as usual, as we get into our content, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. For those of you that continue to do so, like, comment, and all the above, I truly appreciate it. We put a lot of time into our content to bring valuable information that you can use and apply and style your life immediately. So in this episode, we're really focusing on the man, on the gentleman. So if you're new here, please like, please subscribe, please comment below and share this video with other people. So the men, ladies might know about this. Both of you may have an awkward feeling about it, but man sculpting in the man areas. Yeah, so it's something that is, a personal preference, and it's something that should be done if and only if you want to. There's no requirement. There's no everyone should do it. There's no one should do it, or whatever you want to call it. So choose and use this video as you see fit. The pieces that apply to you, use it. The pieces that don't use it. Either way, I'll definitely share with you which one is more valuable to the situation of man-sculpting with the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0 versus the Brio Beardscape. Both of them very premium devices, and I'll tell you which ones stand out in certain areas and which ones I feel are more favorable. We will be going into both product, like function, design, convenience, the waterproofness, is that a word? Waterproofness? The waterproof efficiency. So off top, this is not a sponsored video, this is not a paid video. I bought both of these items separately for the purpose of, I didn't know which one was gonna be better. I just bought both of them, and you don't have to because I'll give you which one I feel is the best tool. The second kind of disclosure that I should share, it's not even a disclosure or disclaimer, but just a personal preference. I have this weird thing where I feel that sculpting the male area, and I feel like there should be one clipper designed solely for those areas, period. That's just my awkward thing and take on it. I do not feel like you should use the same beard face trimmer as you use for your male trimming areas. That's me. I might be weird. I don't know. Comment below on what you think about that. But me personally, like, you have to have the designated clipper only for that area. So that's why I bought these products with the intention of choosing one of the two. I used to use something very simple. It was a very wall general clipper that I used only for male sculpting. And what happened was it just died. And I kept recharging it and it just died. And I got to the point where let me just give up, throw this cheap thing away and invest in something quality. And hopefully one of these things will do it. And I will assure you by the end of this video, you will know which one does. Getting into the product, first of all, when you look at them, both of them are very premiumly made. There's no sacrifice there. It's not to say that the Manscaped is a cheap product or that the Brio is a cheap product. Now, they both look really good. I do think that the Manscaped has a very a lighter weight tool, and the Brio is definitely heavier and it's noticeable to the hand. You can get over that really quickly, so it's just a personal preference there. The second thing that I do notice on the design side is that the Manscaped has like a more narrow or a less wide surface or area to use, whereas the Brio has more of a wider space that you can capture all at one time. And part of the reason I think that is that the Brio is technically designed as a beard shape, and I get that. I'm okay with that. That's cool. However, the purpose of me purchasing this item was solely for male grooming. On the design side, I actually like the Manscaped's width a little bit more. because I do feel like you have a little bit more control. On the opposite side, when it comes to the actual blade or the cutting and getting straight into the content, I do feel that the Brio actually has a more powerful and more efficient and productive cutting or blade, whatever you want to call that term, when you're actually using it. So although the width is more comfortable here, I like the actual closest here. This one doesn't get as close when you go into the Manscaped. I think the Brio does a better job. The second thing it does is that the Manscaped just has one level. So this is it. You know, you just got to control with it. With the Beardscape, again, because I think it's designed for beards as well as doing male-scaping and grooming, you have this like lever here that you can like make this thing, I wonder if you can see this here, this thing go a little bit like up or down to make it more comfortable to your needs. But either way, I do find like the cutting and the use of the Brio to be better. Both designs are really nice. I do think that the Manscaped, they have this little flashlight on it. I've heard some other people say like this is kind of a gimmick of looking this little flashlight thing into it. Like, when are you really going to use that? I kind of like it. I do think that not necessarily that you need to see, but I do think it gives you a controlled focus of the area that you're cutting so that you can be more precise in what you're doing. However, the cutting didn't like match up to the light. So the light is cool, and I don't think it's a gimmick. It can be useful. The Brio does not have that, but again, it's not needed. And the second thing that I do like on the Brio for the cutting is that you have this like power surface level. You can actually change the intensity of the blades shifting or shivering. What would that be called? Shaking? Moving. Let's just call it moving. The blades moving. So you can have it at a very like 50, 60, I think it's at 70, 65, 60, and even 55 and 50. So you can control the speed of this thing to make it adjust to your desire and comfortability. I do think that both of them will cut you. So it is important to be very cautious. I did not experience that, but the blades are definitely sharp, and it's very clear that you are cutting hair, especially in that man area. You definitely want to be extremely careful. So the Brio just does a better job at cutting. You know, I think if you're important to like be very crisp and clear on comfortability in your man area and male areas, the Brio might be a better tool to use. You get a little bit more control, a little bit more functions, a little bit more use all in one. On the convenient side, I think if you're traveling, the Manscaped is probably a easier tool to travel with, but at the same time, we're talking about maybe an inch in height, not noticeable in weight if you're carried in a suitcase or a travel bag. So it's still small. I do think that the Brio additionally gives you probably more bang for your buck and more value. If you're somebody that just wants a tool that you can use in a variety of ways, the Brio is definitely the way to go. For me, I only use the Brio for manscaping only. I use, clippers and shavers and everything else to do my hair and my face. Again, back to my weird complex. That clipper needs to be only for that area, period. Again, comment and let me know. I'm very interested in hearing what other people feel about that. All in all, I do think that the Brio is a little bit more useful. I do like the design. Again, none of these products are paid sponsors. Both these products I bought individually. I'll leave links for both of them below. I do know that they each have product pages or websites that you can buy from. I do not find the Brio on Amazon or not many third parties. There are some, but not many third parties that sell the Brio. Like if you're buying it from Brio, that's it. That's where you get it. They do have a subscription. I do not think the subscription is needed. Probably good to try out the product to see if you like it first, and then subscribe to get additional blades, etc. if you need. Same thing with the Manscaped. The Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0 does have a subscription. Back to I don't know if you need it unless you're shaving all the time regularly. But again, that's back to personal preference. It's better to use it, see if you like it, and then decide if a subscription makes more sense for you. When it comes to actual value, again, the Brio I think wins. You get more bang for your buck. The Manscaped intentionally says that you have to use this like cradle or carrying standing case to charge the device. Why? I don't know. Maybe they just want you to display their product so it's visually open to the public or to you to be reminded to use it or see this cool, beautiful design. I don't know. The Brio, you can actually use the cradle stand that it does give to you, but they also allow you to plug it in directly to the device if you're traveling, so you don't have to carry that additional cradle. So there's something to think about. I do think that the charging time on both of them is about the same. I do think the battery lasts longer on the Brio as well, but again, you last longer depending on how you use the speed. So if you're at the highest speed, naturally you're going to use more power. If you're on the lowest speed, you're going to use less power. But all levels, in my opinion, give you a decent and a respectable cut wherever you are. Again, this is not a beat up on this. I do not think this is a bad product. It's just a personal preference. I do think the Brio will give you a little bit more success and a little bit more of what you're looking for in a combination of stability, a luxury, exclusivity, or whatever, like high level. Both of them are premium products, but I do think the Brio wins much more when it comes to the most important topics. So with that in mind, there it is, manscaping. It's so important. I think it's healthy. I think that it allows us to be more comfortable throughout the day. And again, this review or recap or insight is truly genuine, not sponsored. This is from man to man, from gentleman to gentleman, from bro to bro, brother to brother, all to everything, whatever you want to call it. Maybe this could be valuable to ladies as well, sharing with a man or vice versa with their dude. But I'm very interested in hearing your feedback. So please comment below. Let me know what you think, which one you're going to use. I'll put links for all of them below. As usual, style your life. And remember, you can have every single thing in your life that you want, as long as you truly believe it. We'll see you soon.